Let's talk numbers, because after all, what's a refactor without a scoreboard? Before Lombok, 120 lines. After Lombok, 49. That's a 59% reduction in code noise. Test passing, 37 out of 37. Merge conflicts prevented. Who knows, but it's probably a lot. This slide really sums up the payoff. Less boilerplate means fewer opportunities for typos, faster onboarding for new devs, and cleaner diffs in Git. I also love that it makes code reviews easier. Instead of skimming through endless accessor methods, reviewers can focus on logic and business rules. It's one of those cases where productivity and maintainability align perfectly, a rare miracle in software development. Now, it wouldn't be real-world development without a few spicy surprises, would it? As soon as I added Lombok, my app blew up with SQL errors. Why? Because I forgot to add @table_name=challenges, which explicitly points to the correct table it's trying to use. Then enum stopped saving correctly. Turns out JPA needed @enumerated enum type string, again explicitly telling it what to use. And finally, my test yelled at me about missing constructors. When I had replaced the 4arg constructor with an all-args version, the other methods that relied on it couldn't find it. So I removed @required_args constructor, replaced the 4arg one, and everything chilled out. The cool part is how much I learned through fixing those breakages. Each bug forced me to understand how JPA, Hibernate, and Lombok actually interact under the hood. So yeah, the code got shorter, but my brain got fuller. 10 out of 10 would break again. Okay, let's say I wanted to level this up even more. Here's where Lombok's app builder and app pre-persist come in. The app builder annotation gives us a fluent, readable way to create objects. Challenge.builder.title2sum, .difficulty easy.build, stringing it all together. No constructors to memorize, no parameters out of order, just pure clarity. And app pre-persist is a lifecycle hook that automatically sets fields like created at before saving to the database. In other words, the code takes care of itself. It's like having autopilot for your entity creation. These aren't required for this project, but they're perfect examples of how Lombok can scale with you as your code base grows. Or, as I like to say, sometimes you just gotta add a little extra spice. And that brings us to the GitHub diff that tells the whole story. I know it's hard to see, I just wanted to show the entire diff of the PR. On both sides you can see the graveyard of deleted red lines. All that boilerplate code we no longer have to maintain. Sprinkled in you can see the added lean me Lombok powered machine coming through. Every test still passed, nothing broke, and my codebase suddenly felt lighter. Like the IDE took a deep breath. What I love about this screenshot is that it's proof of improvement. You don't have to read a paper or take my word for it, you can literally see the change. Also, fun fact, merging this PR will be one of the most satisfying clicks of the entire semester. GitHub confetti should have been mandatory for this one. Alright, so what did we actually learn from all this besides how to set our IDE on fire once or twice? First, compile time annotations rock. They save time, reduce clutter, and make code cleaner without hurting runtime performance. Second, clarity beats quantity. Less code means more focus on the things that matter. And finally, automation isn't magic, it's partnership. Lombok won't write good logic for you, but it'll free your brain from the busy work. I like to picture it like this. My hot pepper mascot is out there wrangling the spaghetti code monster, whipping it into shape so my classes stay clean and readable. Or in simpler terms, Lombok helps developers tame the wild west of Java boilerplate, one annotation at a time. Here's another one of the best things. After all the refactoring, all the tests pass. No regressions, no hidden gremlins. I love showing this because it proves Lombok doesn't just make code shorter, it keeps it reliable. When you can delete 70 lines of code and still have a green build, That's when you know you're improved your design, not just your syntax. So yeah, shorter, cleaner, and every test still says you're good to go. That's what we call a spicy success. This whole project taught me something that goes way beyond Lombok. It reminded me that real learning happens when you break things and then fix them. And every time the app threw a tantrum, I dug deeper into JPA, Hibernate, and compiler behavior. It also reminded me that being a developer isn't just about writing code. It's about understanding the ecosystem your code lives in. And honestly, having to present this work was growth too. Translating complex tech into something human and maybe even a little funny, that's a skill I'll use for the rest of my career. So yeah, I came for the cleaner entities and left with a stronger debugging instincts and presentation chops. To wrap it up, huge credit to the Lombok maintainers. They've built something that genuinely improves the Java experience. If you want to try it yourself, everything I showed here is in my CodeForge repo. Please feel free to check it out. I have added that link, a link to the Project Lombok GitHub repo, and a few other interesting things on my references and credits page here. If you take nothing else from this talk, remember this: clean code doesn't have to mean boring code. Add a little spice, break a few things safely, and you'll come out a stronger developer every single time. Thanks for listening. Now go forth and lasso your own boilerplate.